Welcome to the Fasting Podcast, Wow, Wellness and Optimal Weight. I'm your host, Julie Phillips, certified natural health professional for over 2 decades after a life-threatening scare. In the weekly episodes, you'll discover simplified approaches, little-known facts, insights from the wellness coach perspective, valuable tips, and amazing wellness tools and technologies. And now, on to the show. This is episode 24, Breast Health and Fasting. So, what's the connection with fasting and breast health? Regular fasting is going to aid in controlling body fat, and body fat has a really big connection to having breast health versus the opposite. Fasting people often use body composition scales to monitor what's going on with their body fat and the other parameters, visceral fat included. And if someone does get in a bind with breast health, the extended water fast can be a phenomenal tool. So you want to check out that previous episode on the extended water fast if you're in an urgent type situation. And one key fact to be aware of is that both men and women have excess body fat, and they need to heed because men can have the same kind of challenges that women do and use the same kind of techniques to get where they want to be. Let's talk about the fat connection. First, let's start with the fact that breasts, especially in women, are very fatty. And oftentimes we have way excess fat, more than we need, a lot of toxicity trapped and hidden in the fat. And a lot of women, unaware, use underwire bras, which now traps the toxins in there and prevents the lymphatic system from flowing the toxins away from the area. And then to make matters worse, in the perfect storm, they use a chemical antiperspirant, which forces the toxins to stay inside. So this creates something that we want to break it up, get rid of the toxicity, get rid of the excess fat. If you need a sport bra, fine, but natural deodorants work absolutely fine. If you say, I really need an antiperspirant, then there's something going on in your body that you should be more aware of. Also, a key factor with the fat is that fat holds and emits toxins and the bad estrogen. So the bad estrogen coming out of the fat when you have a lot of excess fat can lead to tumor risk. How so? Our little estrogen receptors, and the men have these too, look kind of like a pumpkin pie where somebody took a slice out. And when a teenage girl has a maturity where she's finally needing the body to grow and get more hair and get growth in the chest area and such, she produces more estrogen hormone. That's the real thing. It fits perfectly. It goes in that empty spot where the piece of pie was taken out, and it clicks on to signal growth in the estrogen receptor site. Believe it or not, all these different kinds of chemicals, many of them function as fake estrogen or xenoestrogens, including when you drink out of plastic water bottles. We did a great little episode 3 on the plastic water bottles. They can go in when you're eating chemicals and pesticides in your foods because you didn't get organic, you're using chemical deodorant. These types of things will go in and signal growth of perhaps tumors. So we don't want to go there. Basically, beware of estrogen soup, they call it, because so many things are actually mimicking the estrogen and signaling growth. Definitely, there's a big connection with fat. And if you're fasting, you're working toward trying to keep the fat down. So here's some actions to consider. There's a 3-pronged approach that I've always believed in. Awareness, which is part of what you're getting right now. Prevention, of doing things naturally so that you don't get in a pickle. And then early detection. If you do get some kind of growth, be aware of it. Even the men, don't assume that it's just a bump or something or an insect bite. It actually could be a problem. So be aware of it. They even have a device that some women use. Sort of, it's like a little plastic. You can ask about it if you want, and I would reply from email to help you detect things earlier. Just be aware and prevent. So if you need to do a sports bra, natural deodorants work great. Natural food, drink, and personal cleaning. So personal things are like the natural deodorant and the shampoo and the makeup and the cleaning things you use on your face and soap. cleaning things are like what you clean your house with, what you wash your sheets with. So those need to also be natural. You want to get open bowels, 2 or 3 large bowel movements a day, plentiful pure water, which we covered in episode 3 through 6. Get a body composition scale, because we truly had a 100-pound woman who had high visceral fat. So find out where you stand. Use fasting, such as the 8-hour eating window. Monitor what's going on, and do your own self-checks to see and make sure that you're not developing a problem you had been unaware of. A key topic is you can do things about your lymph, your system in there that's not run by a motor. If you don't move it, it isn't working, and this drains toxins out of the body. So you can do self-massage. There's videos online for that. Dry skin brushing, a rebounder, little trampoline, a whole body vibration machine where you put your feet together the last 2 minutes and put it on the higher speed, and it drains all the lymph and lactic acid. And they have excellent experts in lymphatic drainage. So they have those kind of people just about everywhere, professionals. If you are going to get a hormone test and they say, oh, you're really heavy on the estrogen and you're really low on progesterone, if you consider a progesterone cream, for example, make sure that it has an aromatase blocker. Aromatase is probably too complicated to explain in here, but make sure, ask, does it have an aromatase blocker, which is basically something to prevent the progesterone from turning into the bad estrogen. Natural phytoestrogens, things you can eat like dark leafy vegetables, legumes, flax. You can do a little homework online. Support the liver that's trying to eliminate the toxins. And then there's special supplements for keeping the breast health, like DHEA, indole 3-carbinol, lutein, zeaxanthin. You can do your little homework there if you wish, but eat super healthy, drink super healthy, and do that plentiful pure water. And it's a really nice technique. There are experts all over the country that do what they call thermograms. And basically, this is a non-invasive camera that detects from a distance heat in the body and can detect that you might have some issue happening 7 years before it would traditionally be found. So thermograms are really, really good and not harmful. They don't have the radiation like the mammogram type devices do. That concludes this episode. Possible next steps. Watch our next episode, refer others, and check out our website, thefastingpodcastwow.com. There's a video, lifeboatdoctors.com. Podcasters, we hope that if you like our episodes, you put a 5-star review on iTunes or Podcoin if you use it. YouTubers, we hope you like this video and subscribe. Remember, stay positive, focused, and determined, because where the mind goes, energy flows.